Hey y'all, this is Amanda and welcome back to my Texas Zone 8A garden, and today we're going to be harvesting a bunch of flowers before some chilly weather hits, and then I'm going to be showing you some finds for garden that I found at a local estate sale. Okay, so we do have cooler weather coming, so I wanted to take time to do a little bit of harvesting so that if the weather ends up being pretty intense, then I won't be out all my flowers. I will have cut some already. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be harvesting some of these Proven Winners Sun Credible sunflowers. And these are definitely a flower that I'm going to be planting for years to come. I've been very happy with the quality, very happy with how well they did in some very extreme weather. For those of you in my area, Zone 8A in North Texas, it's been rough. There's been a drought. It's just been a lot that we've been going through. And so these Sun Credibles looked great through the whole process. So I wanted to get some of them harvested prior to the colder weather coming through. And then just in case they don't make it, since this is my first year growing them, I'm not sure what temperatures they can handle. It's supposed to get down to like 35. So I feel like that might be a little too cold for them. So that's why I wanted to get in, save a few of them, and make some arrangements with them, which will be really fun. Okay, so we're totally dealing with my Halloween decorations. Let me climb under here. And sorry about the guy edging his lawn. I don't know what the deal is, but he's having a hard time with his equipment. So he keeps starting and stopping it quite a bit. But right now I'm harvesting El Brighto Coleus by Proven Winners. And this is new to me this year. And so I'm really excited to kind of give it a try in a flower arrangement. Typically Coleus, when I use it in flower arrangements, I like to put it in water inside for a good 24 hours to make sure that it's going to do well prior to using it in an arrangement, because it can be finicky and a little limp sometimes. Okay, and then over here I'm going to be harvesting some white mums. I love mums for arrangements. These particular ones are just your standard kind of garden mum, but you can get pretty long stems, as you can see right here. And so I usually aim for the ones that are a little bit lower down to the ground, so it doesn't like ruin the shape of the overall plant. But I'm going to be growing a bunch of chrysanthemums next year, which I'm really looking forward to, more heirloom varieties that are utilized by florists. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, and I think I'm going to harvest a few stems of this purple mum, which are really looking really pretty. You can cut down in this plant. These mums are perennial in my area. And I just like to look down and pick, a strong stem. And then also over here, I'm going to harvest some of this celosia, which is a volunteer, and it's pretty fabulous. I like the spiky quality of it. This is literally one plant. All these stems are on one plant. A little bit of this hot pink might be really fun in a design. I think it'll go really well with the albrighto over here. All right, and over here I'm going to harvest some purple globe gomphrena. I think this bright magenta color will go really well with that celosia that I just harvested. To add a little bit of pop, a bold color. This guy reseeded itself in my garden, and then I transplanted lots of it over here, which is super fun. I'm very happy with it. It dealt really well with the extreme weather. I find it a little hard to harvest because it doesn't really give you straight stems, but it's still super fun. And then lastly, I'm going to harvest some of these zinnias over here. Their colors will also add that pop of like bold pink to the design. I kind of like that idea of playing with like the fall tones of like the sunflowers and the coleus, and then throwing in some boldness like this. Okay, I'm happy with this array of colors. We have the Suncredible Saturn, we have some white mums, we have some burgundy mums, we have some hot pink celosia, we have some of the albrighto proven winners coleus, we have some gompphrenas, and we have some bright pink zinnias. So I'll be really excited to make something with this, and I'll either post this design on another video, or it's always on my TikTok and Instagram accounts as well. Oh, and also my Facebook. All my stuff goes to Facebook too. So I'm on all the places. So these look really good, but I'm going to put these down and I want to show you guys what I recently got from an estate sale. Okay, so I was taking my parents to the airport out in Love Field, and that is out by the Highland Park area, which is a pretty ritzy area of Dallas. And I saw an estate sale sign and I thought, what the heck, I'll stop by. And I got there about 30 minutes early. I didn't mean to. I mean, I just happened to be out there, you know, dropping my parents off at the airport. So I ended up being the first person in line. Shocking. But anyway, while I was standing there, I looked at the address of the estate sale, and turns out she was an avid gardener, the lady who, she does currently live there. She's actually moving to be with her family, but she was getting rid of a bunch of her gardening stuff. Now, I showed up on a Saturday, so Friday was the first day, and then Saturday was the second day, so a lot was gone. But Saturday morning, they had 25% off of everything from 9 o'clock till noon. So I ended up getting several treasures I'm really excited to show you guys. So let's get started. Okay, as you can see, I had quite the haul, but I'm very excited. I'll go through and tell you guys what all I got, why I got it, and how much it costs. So we'll start with this basket. This is a wrought iron hanging basket. It had its original hook here on it as well. She originally apparently had several of these all along her fence, but they went very quickly. And this one is in great shape. I don't think it's like vintage or anything. However, these cost a pretty penny if you buy them new. And I got this one for $10 for 25% off of $10. So very happy with it. And I'll be excited to do a project in the spring with it. Okay, the next thing I got was this kind of pot holder with this terracotta pot on top. I don't think they actually go together, but they were selling them together, so that worked good for me. This pot is probably about 16 inches diameter. It already has a hole at the base. It already has a really nice patina from being outside quite a bit. But I love terracotta. I use it quite a bit. It can be fragile in the cold environment, so you definitely can't leave this out during the winter, during freezing temps. But yeah, I really like the look at it. I ended up getting this for 25% off of $20. Okay, so she had a lot of statuary and a lot of concrete. However, most of it sold on Friday. I was a little sad because a lot of it had not been picked up yet. It was being picked up on Saturday, and it was glorious. But I was able to snag a few pieces. I was driving my parents' car, so I didn't feel super comfortable buying anything large because I was going to have to transport it in my parents' car, and I didn't want to mess up their car. So anyway, so let's start with this piece right here. This is a low pot. It has a beautiful portrait of a woman on front with curly hair. Absolutely gorgeous. She kind of has like a U-shaped crown at the very top. I don't know, if she's any particular type of deity or if she's just, a beautiful woman or whatever. This has no hole in it. So what I'll do is I'll actually test this before planting it. I'll put water and see if the water kind of seeps through and drains through the concrete. And if that's the case, great. If not, then I'll actually find a planter or something that fits in here. And so when I water, I can actually remove it from the pot and water at that point. I ended up getting this one for 25% off of $15. Okay, next we'll go to this guy. He is very sharp and prickly. He's like covered with almost like a plaster type material, or maybe he's been painted. I'm not sure. There is a figure across the front, and there's one on the other side as well. Right here. And I almost feel like the figure has a little bit of like a mermaid type of kind of style, ocean type of feel, marine life kind of thing. So it's very, very pretty. Everything's very sharp on it. I love it. And I love how worn it looks. It also does not have a hole in it. So once again, what I'll be doing is I'll fill it up with water, leave it for a while, see if any of the water drains out. If it doesn't, then what I'll do is I'll create a pot to go down in here. And so when it's time to water, I can lift the whole arrangement out, the whole planted design, water it, and then put it back in the container. But I really love both of these. I love things that look kind of older. I mean, my house is lots of thrifted, vintage, antique items. And so these are right upside of my alley. I was very excited to see this. This guy was $40 and I got him 20% off of $40. So I got this guy for $30, which is insanity, y'all. Insanity. Super happy to have it. Okay, next I got this sweet little wooden basket, which I just thought was super cute. I don't think it's vintage or anything. I think it's just an arrangement. Maybe it was from a plant or something like that, but I really like the look of it. I thought it would be really fun to plant up at some point in time. And I got this for 25% off of $30. And then lastly, my favorite, or I got two of these kind of concrete pillars, and they're kind of a red clay and they have a green type of patina across the top. They're maybe 24 inches tall, maybe a little shorter, maybe 22 inches, but they're more just like decorative items in, to tuck into the garden. I got two of them. A matching pair. Now, this one right here is actually damaged and has been put back together, but I didn't really care. I mean, I was super thrilled with them. I love this kind of decor, and it's something that I've been wanting to invest more in, but I just don't have the money to purchase new. So when I run across things like garage sales, Facebook Marketplace, or an estate sale, and I can find these at a great price, I try to snap them up if I can. So these pair, while it sounds expensive, I got these for 25% off at $80. But if I were to buy these separately, I'd be easily, buy them new, or buy them, at a place online or something like that. I'd be easily paying $100 each. So getting these 25% off at $80, so $60, $30 each, I really felt like that was a really great deal. Okay, so I'm super happy with my finds. I can't wait to kind of start working them into the garden and tucking them into different places. I think they're going to be really fun and unique. I don't want them to be like these like major things that stand out, right? I want them to be hidden almost and kind of create more of a cottage secret garden type feel. So I'm really excited to start working with them and seeing what the possibilities are, putting these in different places. And this will be one of my projects during the winter, is moving a lot of this stuff around. I'm doing a lot of stuff with like my architectural details throughout my garden. I'm going to be building a brand new shade garden where I'm going to be installing a stone walkway. I'm going to be making my own potting bench and installing a new garden over there. I'm going to be working on an arch, and it's kind of a pseudo half arch that's going to be partly attached to the house. I have several little projects, and so working with this over the winter will be really fun. Cold, but very fun. So All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, harvesting flowers and looking at the finds that I recently got from an estate sale. As always, she's a mad gardener or decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.